Hi Libra, welcome to Grateful Empress Tarot. My name is Sonia. I am here today to do a general collective romantic love reading for anyone with a sign of Libra anywhere in your birth chart. Also, if you are a cross watcher who is dealing with a Libra, you are very welcome here. The thing to know about general readings is that they are not personal readings, so they cannot and they will not resonate with every viewer out there. Please take what applies to your situation. Sometimes it's a sentence, sometimes it's a segment, sometimes it's the whole thing. If that applies to your situation, take that for you and leave the rest behind. We are going to begin, as always, by connecting to the white light of the divine through my angel aura crystal. We're going to do this together by taking a nice deep breath in the highest vibration of love, and in that breath, we will pull in the Libra collective. Namaste. Prior to all of my readings, I do pre-shuffle the cards. I clear our energy with the Palo Santo, and I also meditate and pray and actually get our energy going so that we're able to have beautiful readings. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Thank you for being a part of my tribe. Our little group is growing with such proficiency, and that's all thanks in part to you guys for helping, like interacting with the channel and the videos. I very much appreciate you. That helps me get into YouTube's algorithm. If you are brand new here, welcome in. I hope you enjoy the style of reading that I do. All of my readings are timeless, so if we get to the end of this and none of this resonates, please feel free to go back into my entire catalog of videos. You'll find other Libra videos there or readings for other placements in your birth chart. Let's dive in. Your theme for today starts with number 30, White Rose of Hope, and we are paired with rest. Well, this looks like a beautiful beginning. Let's read about these. White Rose of Hope is embodying the energy of hope, beacon, solution, and beginnings. We see a woman dressed in a blue gown standing somewhere in a lonely landscape. Darkness surrounds her, but a shining white rose glows like a beacon and illuminates the night. Maybe this woman is lost. Maybe she is uncertain about her feelings, yet thanks to the light of the flower, she can find her way. White roses symbolize hope, new beginnings, admiration, and young love. There are exciting times ahead. How fun, how fun. Maybe you need to rest before something like that's going to come in for you. That sounds pretty big. That sounds really beautiful too. So let's move down here. I need to go to page 126. Jumped over it. There we go. Ooh, looks like I need to cover her up a little bit to bring her up too. She got a little nudity. YouTube does not like nudity. Rest says to cease movement in order to relax or recover freedom from labor. Prioritizing rest is the single most important thing you can do in the current stage of your life. You might be feeling like the time is running out lately and that there is simply not enough energy to accomplish everything you aim to achieve. Realize that these points are simply an illusion. You hold the power to achieve everything your heart desires with ease and simplicity, but to do so, you have to detach yourself from perfection and control. Realize that your potential lives beyond the restrictions of time. Now is the time to rest in order to clear your path and be productive tomorrow. And your affirmation says, I am worthy of rest. So it seems like making rest a priority before a new beginning comes in is something fun and exciting. Your action is number 15. Let it out. Let it flow. Open up the heart to feel. So we're going to set these up here. And as always, as our theme, they definitely come to play as we unpack everything. So we're going to begin over here, Libra. This is your energy, how you are showing up at this time with your person of interest. Okay. Next will be their energy, how they're showing up for you in this connection at the current moment in time. Next up, shared space. What's happening for both of you in this connection at this current moment in time, please and thank you. And lastly, Your person's true, genuine, authentic, heartfelt feelings for you from their heart center, heart, soul, chakra, everything at this current moment in time. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we find the energy of the Six of Cups. So this is what is the undercurrent. These are the things we can't see, but that's what's sort of motivating this whole thing to come forward. Six of Cups is energy of nostalgia. It's energy of believing best about children or happier times in life, remembering, but it is also embodies the energy of reconciliation and wanting to renew a relationship with someone from your past. We're going to see which version it is, and we're going to dive in. How you are showing up at this time with your person of interest. We have the Six of Wands, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So I think for you, your energy is showing up that you've been feeling, I'm sorry, before I jump to there, because that's my first, I want to go all this to the positive. Okay, Five of Pentacles means that at some point in time in this connection with this person we're talking about, you felt isolated from that person. You felt alone, left out, shut out, possibly just feeling really unhappy. I'm seeing someone who has a star tattoo. Actually, it's almost like either a constellation tattoo, or it could also be like a grouping of stars, almost in like an arc. That's very specific, but I just saw it in my mind. It flashed by. But what I'm seeing here is that you definitely felt that you had been left alone or isolated or sort of, I want to say almost kicked out or abandoned by this person. I think for you, your energy right now is that you would like a victory in this relationship. I think you would like victory over feeling like that. And I also believe that you would like the recognition of being with this person and having such a beautiful relationship. Let's further this story. Please tell me more about Libra's energy in this connection, please, and thank you. Five of Wands, the Star, some Aquarius energy, King of Cups, and the Strength card, some Leo energy. So you could have that in your chart, or your person could, or you could be dealing with either of those signs. You don't have to be. I think for you, this whole thing came, maybe this came to a relatively, this feeling isolated. I think that you want the victory. It came from you fighting an inner battle. I think this is a little bit about maybe you having feelings of this Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands. It feels like fives are a lot about bigger emotions, sadness, regret, fighting, strategizing, feeling isolated, feeling mentally conflicted. So it feels to me like this is something that you've been trying to work through, which is why you're wanting a victory of this. I think for you, this is a little bit about that your wish fulfillment here. The thing you want the absolute most is to have an easy flowing, but yet commanding love relationship with this person. I think it's requiring you to be brave enough to look at yourself and to honor that space of who am I? What do I truly want? What is actually here for me? And what is truth versus my fear and my ego, right? So fives really represent the ego side of self in all of those lower emotions that I was just talking about. But oh, there comes my little hummingbird every morning. When they come, it's so sweet. They basically talks a lot about when hummingbirds arrive, they are a gift from the divine, and they also say it's like a message. Yep, you're right there. We have number 2 dice, that you're basically taking a little bit of a risk. And I think for you, you're kind of wondering what is going to happen next when you do this, sort of gambling, taking a risk, but there's luck on your side. And I think for you, it's an uncertain outcome of what's going to happen, but we have number 5, book burning here. Censorship, control issues, suffocating issues. I think, honestly, this is a little bit about you doing some kind of resting, healing, and then having that hope for the future. I think this is talking, one of my favorite readers this morning, just this morning, she is who actually arrived on my doorstep unsolicited in the very beginning of my tarot journey. She has a channel called Soulful Revolution. Her name is Mary Jo Cranmore. I just watched a video of hers this morning in which she really talked about healing on a soul level versus ego. So ego healing is, I'm scared, I'm lonely, I'm afraid, I'm nobody likes me. It's fears, anxieties, that kind of thing. But healing on a soul level is really what we're all called to do here in life, is to actually go deep within in the soul, in the heart, in the mind of who we actually are as people, and address those things internally versus talking about all of those lower things, fear, anxiety, stress, insecurity. All of that is ego. So if you can set that aside and do a little bit of healing, I think for you, the Strength card being here talks a lot about you having the ability to be brave enough to look at that. This could be just some basic insecurities that you've sort of been wrestling with yourself about. But let's move to your person's energy, because that might give us more reason of why you're feeling this way. They are showing up at this time with you as Two of Swords and also Queen of Swords. So yeah, I think this might be why you're feeling the way you're feeling. This person is showing up here with you as being at a crossroads. They're trying to make a decision. They can actually see from the heart space what it is that they would like to do. Maybe it's that you guys, so Queen of Swords, King of Swords, they can actually be somewhat sharp in words. So possibly, since Five of Wands is here, you guys might have had a pretty epic big fight and it left you feeling really unhappy, very scared. Maybe it was one of those fights where, I hate these fights, but they happen where there's a threat of ending things from one person, and that does feel really uncomfortable. Let's get more about this. Please show me why Libra's person is at a crossroads. What's this Two of Swords doing here? Why are they sitting in crossroads energy? Well, there they all are. They were like, I will come out and you will show me. And there are a lot of them, but I feel like we want to see. So we have Knight of Pentacles. We have the Devil. We have the Knight of Cups. So I feel like one of the things why this person's sitting at a crossroads is because they really are feeling held back by something in their life. They want movement. It's, I think, movement in a loving direction, but it's taking a really long time. And I feel like for them, part of the crossroads is, do I shut the door on things taking a long time, heal this devil, and move forward in love? We also have Five of Pentacles. So they have it in their energy too. We have Ace of Pentacles. We have Page of Pentacles. Wow. We have the Tower. No surprise. Could have some Scorpio in the chart. And we have Judgment. So I think if I'm being really honest with you, they too have felt sort of alone from you, isolated from you. I think that fight made them feel like they were down here all alone in this big, vast world. I think that fight, whatever this was that happened, was really detrimental to both of you. I think it hurt both of you. I think it left you both feeling very afraid of what the future looked like. I think this person is very much ready to get either back on track with you, or they're ready to move forward in their life, since we have two movement cards here. But I do want to say, this is very grounded energy. This is based in the here and the now. And I think for you to know, the beauty of this whole thing is that they have something they want to offer you. it's going to start off little, but it could actually grow into something quite large. It is going to require a very large change to come into this relationship. And it's something that they've heard the divine calling out to them, guardian angels, spirit guides, little whispers, little intuitive hits that at night when they're falling asleep that they can't ignore. So I feel like for you guys to know, both of you are really honoring the fact that a new beginning can come into this relationship. It does require opening up the heart for healing, opening up the soul for healing. Both of you want to come back to each other, okay? I think this fight was really big, and I like that you're over here saying, fine, I'm willing to take a risk because I do want a victory with my person. And I feel like that's you being so brave. I feel like it's just you really calling into the deep soul of yourself and saying, I do want to fix this. I want to repair this. And I do believe your person does too. We have number 9, water carrier. This is someone who's trying to be better at communicating. They're also trying to be very generous with their love. They're a helpful person. They're also an ethical person. Someone who actually has good ethics and will do the right thing in every situation. We have number 1, sapphire. This is talking about spiritual insight and having hope and faith and being very, just using beautiful, wise judgment from these little hits that the divine is giving them. We have number 2, eclipse. So this is talking about a union of two people who are opposite and possibly like the merging of like, let's get this back on track. And I think that feels very beautiful and very hopeful for you, Libra. This is someone who I think would like to, they would like to fix this and they'd like to come back. And I think you would as well. Let's see what's happening for both of you at this current time in this connection. We have the 8 of Pentacles, beautiful energy. I love that. We have the King of Swords, and we have the 7 of Wands. This may not seem this way, but it really is laid out beautifully. You both have good clarity on what you want to do and how you want to do it in order to repair and work hard on this relationship. I think perhaps because the swords are here, that's about communication, and it's also about dominating or like having an authoritative conversation, right? So communication. One or both of you may have spoken about this fight to friends, to family, people close to you that would have opinions, not a therapist, maybe, but that's not what I'm seeing here. And I do believe that the foundation of working on this is based in really defending the fact that you two want to be together. So if you get, what do they say, that too many cooks in the kitchen, if you get too many voices involved, like, doesn't mean don't talk about your relationship or problems with others. I think it means go to people you really do trust, someone who would tell you the truth, tell you what they genuinely feel, tell you, but also be prepared if they feel like maybe you're making a mistake. An act of love language of active service would be to basically defend this person, defend your relationship, defend to the people around you. And also, I'm sorry, but I'm going to say this, healing on a soul level means setting boundaries and defending your own self and saying to friends and family, I don't really care what you have to say. I know who I am. I know who they are. We're going to work this out and it's going to be fine, which I think is beautiful. Healing on a soul level is resting, is looking at the positivity and the hope in the situation and going with the flow, right? Like that is our theme here. So I want to see your side. What is Libra's version of this shared space with their person? Really working hard with clarity, knowing what to do and defending it in order to get this back on track. We have the Hermit, so some Virgo energy. We have the Fool, some Aries energy. We have the King of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Cups. This is beautiful. So your version of this, my dear Libra, is that you looked very deep. You went nice and deep within yourself in hermit energy and said, look, I know what I need to do. I know how. You put yourself in a quiet timeout and did a beautiful amount of reflection on this connection. I think for you, this goes back to your dice card. You are ready to take a risk. You do want to take a leap of faith, gamble, and just say, look, I know this person. So yes, we had an epic argument, but I also know who this person is. I also know who we are together as a couple, and I'm ready to do this, and I want to do this. And I love that this King of Pentacles energy is here for you. That means you are loyal. You are grounded. You are standing on your own 2 feet. Yes, you're hearing other people, but you also know who you are, and you are standing in a position of, I know what I'm doing. I'm going to defend that. Thank you for your input. However, I have boundaries, and I'm going to say, please, don't impart what you're thinking. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I know what I'm doing. And I think what's absolutely beautiful is that for you, this does mean reconciliation. I think for you, this means you do love this person. You enjoy being with them. You love their energy. It feels good to you. You have fun together. So for you, you are ready to reconcile this. That's beautiful, Libra. Let's see your person's side of this energy, please and thank you. Their version of working hard to reconcile and defend and having clarity about the situation. I think that really does feel, sorry, fumble fingers. Oops, my bad. Okay, let's get back on track here. I think this feels really nice because this person does know, and I feel like for them, I want to say for some reason for them, I feel very drawn to the fact that I think they are going to be a little bit more sharp to people who say, hey, I don't think that's such a good idea. I think this person might be like, yeah, I don't really care. Because they also have Queen of Swords in their energy. So we've got King and Queen of Swords. They know that you are their divine counterpart. They know that you are a match. They know that they love you. There's no illusion to this. They know who that you are and what this relationship is. I'm gonna let that school bus go by. Oh, I'm sorry, it's a water delivery truck. It's not a school bus. School has just started where I live, and so there's a lot of buses that go by. Get those kids back to school for learning. So let's get their version of this, please and thank you. I know I asked already and I shuffled and then, okay. 8 of Wands, 10 of Wands, Ace of Swords, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. So for them, defending this connection and working hard with beautiful clarity about what to do with it has come for them that, remember back here, they were being somewhat held back by how much, they want to get moving, right? So we've got slow movement and being held back. But what they would really like to do is just get moving back towards the loving connection between the two of you. So I feel now, after seeing their version of, they've been working really hard to release what's holding them back. The slowness of this situation. I can feel someone sort of groaning almost. Oh God, I worked it. Oh my gosh. They're ready to speed this up. And I think their version of this is that, like I just said, if someone comes at them and is like, hey, I'm not sure this is such a good idea, I think they're going to rifle very quick messages that might be a little sharp. They might be like, mind your own business. I know what I'm doing. Libra knows what we're doing. We're good. I think they might put up a much stronger boundary, and I could feel that before I even pulled that card. I think that this has weighed very heavy on them. I think this whole fight, this separation, everything has weighed heavy on their heart and their soul. But they now know. They have clear epiphany. They've made a choice. And what that choice is they are ready to come back and work on this, but it needs to be equal. It needs to be balanced. It needs to be equal give and take, because for them, they're ready to heal this on a very deep soul level. I think they know there's a new beginning here. I think they know there's a beacon of hope here. I think for them, it's really about working on the connection and actually getting things on track. I think for them, they very much, they love you and they're not interested in other people getting involved, is what I guess I'm trying to say. We have number 7, optical illusion. Not everything is as it seems. And so I feel like that's a thing here of saying, yeah, to family and friends, like if they get too involved, they're going to be like, yeah, it's not really what you think it is. Maybe in the heat of the moment, we called up our bestie and said, we need to go eat, and let's go have some drinks. And there's just this big emotional word vomiting. And then that person was like, oh my God, this needs to end. This is terrible. There's too many people involved. Okay, in the heat of the moment, everybody can say things and they're upset. So I do feel like some of the argument or the way it was presented to family and friends it's not quite the way in the heat of the moment. We have number 6, castle. This is a situation where you two have a legacy and a history together. And it's basically a situation talking about the healing. You want that victory. Remember, that's over here. This is a version of that, wanting the recognition of this connection to have been gone through some rough stuff and then come out the other side beautifully. We have number 6, bodybuilder. So there's definitely a foundation that is being built here. It is being worked on, and there's a lot of strength behind it. It's very powerful. It has a lot of longevity. There's a lot of self-improvement that's about to happen in this connection. And we have number 6, airplane. So yeah, this is talking about maybe breaking free from the things that have been lower vibe, doing that soul healing, because things will work out and it's about to take off. I think that's what's beautiful. You could be seeing 6s a lot because there are 3 of them right here. How this person currently is feeling for you. We have the Empress, some Taurus Libra energy. We have 3 of Pentacles, beautiful. We have 3 of Swords, not really a surprise. And we have 3 of Cups. Whoa, you could be seeing 3s a lot. Okay, before we go further, there are 3 3s here. Anytime a lot of 3s show up in one place, I may say that there could have been third-party influence or third-party energy, which might have been why this fight happened in the first place. Third-party can mean another person, substances, drugs, alcohol, gambling, pornography, putting family and friends before the connection, anything, kids, anything that comes in between or gets put in a position ahead of the 2 of you. Okay, so it's not always someone had an affair, but I do think whatever it was, because I really don't feel like this person had an affair. I don't think it's that. What I think is maybe like something like they work too much, or yeah, it's something like that. Like they're devoting a lot, or maybe it's their hobby. Maybe they're in a band or something like that where they have to be at practice a lot, or maybe they're since school is just starting here in the United States, maybe they're a football coach or a soccer coach or something like that where they have to be gone a lot, and that feels like it comes in between the 2 of you. It's something like that I feel like that's maybe what caused this argument of pretty epic proportions. Now, I want you to know that hurt this person very much. Like they're feeling a lot of hurt from the fact that whatever this was, and I can see that here too. This does talk about things that come in between a relationship, and especially if things were moving slow because there was something in between the 2 of you. That makes a lot of sense to me. Okay, so that hurt. I think the argument is what hurt this person. So they see you as their ultimate everything. This is a person who finds such beautiful value in you. That's all 4 queens wrapped up into one person. So I think you are their ultimate. You are everything they've ever wanted. So I think for them, they're ready to work together with you at, like, there's not just one set of hands here, there are two. And so this is really about working hard to get this back on track because they love you. They want to reconcile with you. They feel so terrible about what this was that was standing in the way of you two moving forward together. They feel bad about it. Let's get a little bit more. Please and thank you. Clearly, definitively show me these threes. Please and thank you for Libra's person's energy. What is this? What was it? What was this thing that sort of third party came between the two of you? We have Ace of Cups. We have Page of Swords. Yep. Eight of Pentacles. Yes. 10 of Swords. Okay. So 100% right on track. I think what it is that you clearly, I think maybe got through their phone. Maybe you were watching some things online. Maybe it's truthfully that I'm drawn really to the theory of like a musician having to be at band practice, or possibly devoting too much time to something like CrossFit, or possibly being, like I said, a football coach or a cheerleader coach or something like that, where they talked about it a lot on their social media, and they were devoting a lot of hard work to that situation. And that is what this was, when in reality, what they're back here as is, I love you so much. But for you, it really felt like this is so hard and it is coming between us because you're spending so much time on social media or talking to your friends or texting back and forth, that a lot of the time and energy that was supposed to be devoted to this connection was being put out to others. What I want you to know back down here, remember, let's before I even keep going, let's pull this back up. Now I have a solid understanding. That's why they felt isolated from you, because that fight was that you were like, this is ridiculous. I'm tired of this being in the way of us. They have a little offer for you that's going to turn into a really big one. And that is because they heard you. They've heard the divine even saying it. They're going to evoke a big change. I think this whole thing is about to be very healed. They're going to put an end to the cycle of putting stuff before you. I want you to hear, though, if this is a hobby, do not suppress someone else's hobbies. Support their hobbies, but maybe ask how you could be included in it. If it is something like CrossFit, maybe go try and do it with this person. Or if it's that you already have tried it and it's not your thing, then say, okay, the nights that you're there, I'm going to go do my own hobby. And then that way we can come back to each other and we can share, how did that go? But maybe what's going to change is all of the communicating and the texting and the posting on social media. Maybe all of that is going to get sort of put aside, so the time that's spent with that energy won't feel as large, perhaps, is what I guess I'm going to say. You'll have more time that you two will devote to each other. All right, we have number 6, repairman. Yeah, it's time to heal this, fix it, repair it. I can see a little work truck. Beep, 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 beep. Like there's going to be some major healing to this connection. We have number 4, handcuffs. So this is talking about the things that were being held back and that limitations, that is all going to get repaired and cleaned out. Like I said, here's another 6. 6s must be somewhat, again, here's 1. And also, if you look at this, 1 and 5 is 6. 6s must be very important to this connection. And 6s are about balance. They're also about equal giving and taking. They're also about reconciliation, reconnection. So I know this has been a long reading, so we're going to finish up by getting you any messages of advice from the angels, please and thank you. What do you want to tell Libra angels? What do you have to say to Libra in advice about this situation? We have helpful people. We have ask for help from others. Oh, how interesting. Ooh. And then we have no with an exclamation point. That's so weird, because I was about to say, I cannot believe this helpful people and asking for help from others was coming up, because I was just told you guys are going to be very much in a defensive stance towards people that are trying to be like, we know. I think this right here is trying to reaffirm from the angels, no, quit having all these other people involved. I think for you guys, this, you know what you're doing. You guys know how to fix this and how to repair this. You're both working hard. I want you to hear this person has heard the judgment call, and they will be making some changes. But I also want you to hear that your like wish of victory is you doing some soul healing on, like I said, don't suppress someone's hobbies. Don't be codependent. Allow them the flexibility, but maybe it's that you join the hobby, you support the hobby, you have your own hobby, so that when you guys come back together, it's this beautiful, how was that? How did that go? That kind of thing. This is an affirmation solidly. Get these other people's opinions out of the way. Heal this together. You got this. I know you do. So, Libra, this is where I'm going to leave this for this week. I hope this gave you some clarity to your situation. If it resonated, please like the video. Drop me a comment to tell me how it vibed with your situation. If you know another Libra that this is their situation, please share that with them. And also, please subscribe to my channel, because that helps me to get into the algorithm of YouTube, and those messages go out to a higher amount of people. Thank you for spending a part of your day with me, Libra. I always love doing these readings for you. I look forward to reading for you in the future, and I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.